weeks ago.
Drove you there?
The Fudo-san.
Okay.
Yeah. But he apologized. He didn't have the key, but I was like, well...
It's nice in there.
Yes.
I promise.
I promise.
Sorry, I don't have the key, so you can't look inside.
So,
You came all the way from Saitama to see this place.
it was that.
Just trust
nutty.
me, okay? Sendai people don't lie.
Digital, super funny show. Come on, freaking weirdos, let's have a fun. Teacher talk, teacher talk, teacher talk, teacher talk.
All right, we are back. And today, for the second time on the Teacher Talk podcast, we have the one and only Rich. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. It's a sunny day, and it's good to be here.
Good to see you, Rich.
Good to see you, too.
That was an intro song made by one of our listeners.
Mm-hmm.
Okinawan style intro.
Yes, it reminds me of my favorite yakitori place that's very Okinawa themed. So,
Oh, yeah?
yeah, Torigoya.
Really?
Yes.
I never felt like it had an Okinawa theme.
Often he plays similar styled music, and he has Orion beer.
Yes, that's a famous yakitori shop in Sendai.
Yes.
A little bit expensive.
Kind of. But the guy ended up saving my life when I first came to Japan.
What?
Well, I
Saved your life?
use that in terms of socially. He was in my neighborhood.
Socially.
Yeah, it was probably the first place I ever went to by myself. And I just remember walking in and going like, I don't know what to say or do. I don't know what yakitori is. And his English was not that great, but he just gave me a bunch of chicken on a stick. And I was like, thank you.
What's this?
Yeah. And then I ended
Chicken
up...
on a stick?
Right. He kind of, yes. And then I just remember going there a lot, and he would let me stay there after hours when someone would come in and play guitar.
I remember you used to go there all the time.
Yeah.
So that was during your first days in Japan.
Oh, for real? Yes. And
I
then,
remember that was like your regular spot.
yeah. And I'll always remember this one time where we had an after hours party, and then we all just went home, and I was walking home, and I was like, oh my God, I didn't pay. And he was just really cool with it. Like, he texted me, and he's just like, dude, you forgot to pay, but whatever, just come in
What
next
do you
time.
mean? Hold on. Hold on a second, Rich. What do you mean an after hours party?
Oh, he would close
What
the
do you mean?
shop.
You're having an after hours party at a yakitori shop?
Yeah, this is why I like the guy. His name is Shingo, and he would have a friend come in, and we'd all drink beers, and one of the guy would bring a guitar, and he would close the shop.
He was one of those nice guys that you meet
For
during
real.
your first days in a new country that
Yeah.
help things go more smoothly
Oh.
and help you feel comfortable.
Yes, absolutely. And subsequently, I've taken my sister there, my friend Mark, who came last year, and he's always been super cool.
So you try to take people to
Yeah.
his shop.
Yeah. It's funny. I went there with my friend Mark last year, and I walked in and I just said, hey, Shingo, do you have Hoya? And he just smiles at me and goes, yeah.
Hoya.
Hoya.
You wanted to eat Hoya?
Oh, I had to give my friend Hoya
Why?
to torture him.
Hoya to torture him.
And
Hoya is fairly popular here in Miyagi. It's a kind of a strange sea animal.
yes,
I don't even know what it is in English.
I think it's sea pineapple or something
Sea
like that.
pineapple.
I think.
Yeah. It looks like a human heart.
Yeah.
Like a real human
But it's like
heart.
orange or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you only eat like the skin of it or like the inner skin
It's
or
very
something.
strange.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you wanted to introduce it to your American friend?
Yeah, to torture him basically.
Just, hey, try this.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I said, Shingo's super nice. Like I didn't even order it. I just said like, Hoya, I don't know. And he's like, yeah. And then 5 minutes later, he gives me Hoya, and I was like,
you have that kind of
Yeah.
relationship.
Yeah, like
with
he knew.
this yakitori Shingo guy.
yes,
Cool.
yeah.
Cool. So, speaking of your early days in Sendai, let's talk about your first day in Sendai. Because that was the day.
We met.
That was the day we met.
Well, truth be told, I had lived in Saitama for 3 months prior.
Truth be told, good.
Yes.
Don't lie, Rich.
I try not to.
Isn't it funny how people often say to tell the truth?
Yes, it's weird.
Truth be told.
Yes.
Some Chinese guy on YouTube I was watching ranting about that expression. Why don't you always tell the truth? Truth be told, does that mean everything you said before is a lie?
It's just more true.
Yeah. Okay, so honestly speaking,
Yes, sir.
truth be told, to tell the truth.
Also, you kind of saved my life in a certain way.
Well, I think you're exaggerating a little bit about, Mr. Shingo and I saving your life socially. We helped you socially, perhaps.
Yes, I think that's more accurate. I was told by my work on the day that I arrived on the Shinkansen that there's this young Canadian that I guess can
Young,
help
handsome
you.
Canadian.
Obviously, so I was nervous. And I think we met outside in front of Daiei or Eon
We
now, I
met in
guess.
front of a department store. It used to be Daiei, now it's Eon.
Yeah. And I just remember telling you I have not been in my apartment, but I've seen the layout on the paper and I know it's empty. So I need to tap you for just a futon for now.
Tap me.
Yeah.
You mean get me to help you with?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what the manager told me. They said,
Yeah.
hey, this new guy's coming from San Francisco. Can you show him where to buy some necessities?
Yes.
Some necessary things like a futon.
Yes. I remember buying the futon set and then saying, look, I'm not super confident going to my place because I've only been driven there once, like 2 weeks
Someone
ago.
drove you there.
The Fudo-san.
Okay.
Yeah. But he apologized. He didn't have the key, but I was like, well.
It's nice in there.
Yeah,
I promise. Sorry, I don't have the key, so you can't look inside.
So
You came all the way from Saitama to see this place.
it was that.
Just trust
nutty.
me, okay? Sendai people don't lie.
I want to say this, but it might not be true. I think I let you into the apartment
So
first.
it's not honestly speaking.
Maybe. I have this memory of opening the door and I go, sir, you can enter first. I don't know if that's true or
Oh,
not.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, maybe I was the first person to walk into your apartment.
And I just remember sitting on the floor in an empty apartment, drinking beers with you. And you were quite hospitable.
That day is kind of when we became friends.
Yeah, for real.
We became fast friends.
Yeah,
On that day, meaning we quickly became friends.
for real.
And that was almost 20 years ago.
19 years this July.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. Right?
How time flies.
It does.
Yeah.
I loved that apartment. In fact, I didn't have a refrigerator for the first 18 months.
18.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. This is something listeners need to know about Big Rich. You tend to reject
Yeah, I have some proclivities.
some technologies here and there. Like a year and a half, you didn't have a refrigerator. I remember that.
Yeah.
And we all thought it was crazy. What did you do back then? You just
remember the QQ convenient
the
QQ?
99 yen
Yeah.
shop.
I mean, it was
The
too
most annoying song.
Yes, almost as well.
played
Yeah, like Don Quixote.
constantly.
Don Quixote.
Yeah. Oh, it was worse than Don Quixote. It was Q Q Q Q Q
Yes.
Q Q Q Q Q Q Q Q Q Q.
I mean, you could buy meat and vegetables don't need to be refrigerated.
That's right. There was a big 99 yen shop right near that.
Yeah, because you lived for 2 years right across
I
from
did.
it, but it changed to a Lawson's.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
Lawson's,
Oh, so you used to just buy whatever you needed and just cook it right away?
Right.
And so that's why you said, why should I get a
Yeah.
refrigerator?
Yeah. And like, you have your broccoli and onions, but, those can just be stored on the counter. And
Yeah, vegetables don't necessarily need to be refrigerated, except maybe in the summertime.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then I didn't eat any dairy products like a milk or a yogurt. So I just did it.
You stubbornly said, hey, I don't need a refrigerator.
In fact, it was a girl who forced me to get one.
Damn women
Yeah. Yeah.
forcing me to get a refrigerator. Ruining my life.
Ruining my life. Exactly.
Taking up all this space.
It's so funny how I've changed because when I moved 2 years ago, I don't know. I just went to the shop and fell in love with one of those ones that opens on both sides and ended up spending like 130,000 on a refrigerator. I was like, I'm so happy I did. I love it.
You might say you splurged.
I splurged big time. Yeah.
Spent more money than you planned.
Yeah. But I'm happy.
You splurged.
I definitely splurged.
Yeah, you got to splurge sometimes.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Wow. So your refrigerator life began after almost 2 years in Japan.
Yeah. My refrigerator life. I like how
Was
that
it
sounds.
because you thought that you might not stay very long?
I think so. But also and this sounds really weird, but I didn't feel like it was high priority. I just remember living in that apartment and said to myself, what's the thing I need the most? A washing machine. So I got a washing machine and then I got a desk and then months go by and I'm like, well, I'm surviving without a refrigerator.
But you're a fan of beer, as am I.
Yeah.
Did you just go and buy cold beer,
Yeah.
just the amount you need?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I know I possibly rub people the wrong way, but I would say
I
like
rub people the wrong way. That means you tend to annoy people.
yeah, I remember telling people like the convenience store is my refrigerator.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. Oh, that's so nostalgic.
Yeah.
I haven't thought about that for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
I didn't mind it. I still think I don't necessarily need a refrigerator.
Yes, you do, Rich. Yes, you do.
I feel like I'm
I
like
don't want you to move backwards.
forward.
Forward, Rich. Forward.
Look,
How many years did you not have a cell phone?
8.
Because you had
No,
a
I'm
cell
sorry,
phone.
6.
You had a cell phone when you came to Japan. You got one.
I did, yeah.
And you had it for many years.
10ish.
And then one day you just said, you know what? No more cell phone.
Kind of. I think it was because I got into tablets and then I could just have internet through my tablet via my Wi-Fi.
Right.
And I was like, well, the technology is evolving where nobody calls your cell phone. Everybody's like texting or not SMSing, whatever, like Line or something.
Right.
Facebook.
Line, WhatsApp,
Yeah.
Facebook Messenger,
Yeah.
Instagram. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was just like, what's the point? And then like my girlfriend at the time, we would just line each other. And I was like, well,
You felt like you're paying for something that you weren't using.
I'm paying for the 20-minute walk home where I don't have connectivity.
Right, because you always have Wi-Fi at work,
Yeah.
and you have Wi-Fi at home,
Yeah.
and you're paying for Wi-Fi.
Yeah, what's the point?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were tough years to, connect with you
So I've heard.
sometimes. Yeah.
Apologies. I look, even last year, my washing machine broke, and it took me about 2 months to buy a new one. Because I was just like, I could just go to the laundromat down the street. And then I was like, okay.
The laundromat.
Yeah.
Yeah, the coin laundry place.
But after, like a month, I'm like, oh my God, I've just spent 6,000 yen washing my clothes. And that's 10% of the washing machine I'm going to buy. Am I stupid? Yes.
So you finally splurged.
He splurged again.
And got a washing machine.
I feel like this is like the 1920s. I splurged and got the washing machine. It's the new invention.
No more washing clothes in the bathtub or going down to the laundromat.
I'm going to say actually what caused me to buy it when I did is because my friend from America was coming and he was going to stay in my place. And I was like, I can't not have a washing machine when he stays in my place. Because if he wants to wash his clothes, I'm going to be like, I don't have a washing machine. How embarrassing is this?
Yeah, I would say less embarrassing than not having a refrigerator.
Quite possibly.
Yeah. Refrigerator is right up there. Top of the list.
Top five.
When it comes to necessities for your home. Yeah. Anyway, we have a really good question.
Oh, okay, cool.
So here's the music. Hit that, DJ Ricky.
If you've got a question, anything's okay.
It's okay, man.
If you've got a question,
What do you do?
just ask Kenny. God damn.
All right. Now, I had you on the podcast a few weeks ago.
Yes.
Great job,
It was
by
fun.
the way.
Yeah, thank you.
And this question is about that episode.
Oh, okay. Looking
Yeah.
forward to it. Sure.
So a listener, Miss Hitsuji
Okay.
in Hiroshima,
Ooh, one of my favorite cities.
never been there.
Oh, it's nice.
At the top of my list, places I need to visit. Do you remember in the previous episode, I was trying to find out who wrote the dirty message on my calendar?
Yes.
You wrote
Guilty.
in big letters on my magnet calendar on my refrigerator. You wrote Abe loves penis. And I wasn't sure if it was you or if it was Ben who wrote that.
Uh-huh.
I suspected it could be either of you.
Ooh, mystery, murder mystery.
And you denied it at first. But then you admitted. Actually, you just forgot.
Yeah.
Anyway, here. So it wasn't you?
Oh, did you? Okay, if you're implying that you found something, no, it was absolutely not me.
Well, on my refrigerator.
Oh, that was me. Sorry.
That
was me.
you.
That was me. Yeah. Yeah.
There's
Sorry.
A magnet kind of. Well, you didn't deny it, but you forgot.
I definitely forgot, but the way you said it was, did you hide something? And I was like, no.
Oh, right. Because we were talking about.
Yeah, our
Hiding.
previous adventures.
Yeah. Anyway, she was surprised that I didn't know who wrote it just from looking at the handwriting.
Ah, okay.
So she said that she knows all her friends' handwriting.
Ooh, interesting.
And is that not common where we're from? Like, if I wrote something, would you know that I wrote it?
I wrote it probably all in big letters.
Capital
letters. That's right.
That's right. You wrote it in capital letters and you spaced it out.
Yeah.
So every day on the calendar had one letter,
Yes.
like A and then 2 B and E and L O V E S.
Yes. So I think the way I wrote it was just very like standard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to answer her question, that's one reason why I didn't know who wrote it, because it was capital letters and it was spaced out. It wasn't regular handwriting.
Right.
But then I started thinking, would I know your handwriting?
No, because you've never seen it.
I've seen it, but not a lot.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, so I guess I wouldn't know most of my friends' handwriting.
Right.
I know my dad's handwriting,
Yes.
definitely.
Yeah.
My aunt, because they send me cards
Yeah, for
for
sure.
Christmas or my birthday. But yeah, other than that, I don't see a lot of handwriting these days.
Everything is text. No.
Yeah, so maybe she's the one who's weird.
I can definitely say I can tell the difference between my mom and my dad's handwriting for sure. And I remember in the past, when you're a kid and you scribble things and pass notes, you can definitely tell.
Back then,
Yeah.
like in high school, I could probably tell
Yeah.
people's handwriting apart.
Yeah.
She's the one who's weird, not us.
Well, I would like to throw it back to your listener and say, well, you could write a kanji quickly and that would be your style, or you could like write it very properly. And I was writing very properly.
You were writing, Abe loves penis very properly on my refrigerator calendar.
Yes.
Thank you
You're welcome.
for, taking the time and making it look perfect. Yeah. What an honor.
I have to say, I think I might have like erased a couple letters because I didn't like how they looked.
You wanted it to be perfect.
And then I think I debated, do I want to have a space between the words or just each calendar day a letter? I don't remember what I did.
So you really thought.
Yeah, and then I remember counting it backwards, like where do I start so it ends perfectly?
You planned it out.
I planned it.
Well, thanks for that.
You're welcome.
All right, guys. Hey, get in touch with us if you have some questions for Big Rich. He'll be joining us for the next little while for sure. And we'll see you again next week. Hit us up on Instagram, on X, or Gmail, FBE Teacher Talk, all those things. Or you can come to my website, 55freebird.com. Anything else, Rich?
Oh, no. Thanks for having me. It's been enjoyable.
We're going to wrap it up. See you next week.